A few months ago, I had the unique opportunity to attend a Bill Kazmaier seminar. Shaun and Dan from Adonis Athletics invited me out to come take part in it, and it was a lot of fun. If you guys don't know who Bill Kazmaier is, he basically bills himself as the strongest man who ever lived. He was a really, really huge deal in the 80s, winning multiple World's Strongest Mans. He competed in powerlifting, broke a bunch of records in like the squat, bench, and deadlift. He's the real deal when it comes to strength sports. I didn't get a whole bunch of footage because I basically was taking part in the seminar, and I didn't go there with the thought that I was going to film a whole bunch. I've distilled some of the deadlift and bench tips into this video today. So this is my trip to Adonis to attend the Bill Kazmaier seminar.
And what I saw was low hips, head up, shoulders back. They were going to put that fucking bar over their head. I did what they did. Only had a problem when I got near world record. There was no room for my hips. So I simply got away from that super narrow stance to one an inch wider, which allowed my hips to come through at the top. But I was essentially thinking of taking that fucking bar off the floor and putting it to my shoulders and over my head in one movement. If you get in that kind of position and you maintain that position and you watch that, look at that picture, you'll notice there was a huge lump at the top of their quad, the hip flexor. I believe that's the one that keeps you down so that you can maintain position to pull. So if I can learn world record technique from a picture, you guys can surely learn to be your best by working together and getting in proper position all the way through. Slap from Kaz, because I'm already sweating my ass off.
It's hot. It's not very bearable. It's going to be hotter down here than it was. Yeah. It just got really hot towards the end.
Picture. We now make it into a puzzle. When we were 3 years old, we took a circle, a square, a triangle, and a rectangle, all of the same color, and put them back into the pattern to learn how they work together. Same thing in any of our lifts. If our hips are coming up, we got to get stronger in the hip flexor. We got a long back, we got to make sure that it's as arched and powerful as we can. How do we get the low back stronger? Hyperextensions work great. 4 ways to hyperextend. Hopefully it's not horizontal. It's at a 45. Those are regular. Now right elbow up, left elbow up, and waves. The waves are pretty interesting. It's keep the head down as long as you can. 4 hypers. Regular, slight right twist, just looking in one elbow, left twist, and waves. There's also partial deadlifts. You'll be able to lock out the deadlift. Partial squat, which helps you shove the hips through. One of the other ones that I really liked was the offset deadlift. 1 inch to the right, 1 inch to the left. It developed your spine at a slightly twisted angle, which completed the musculature. A 4th one we called uglies, where you're in the rack from the knee, you get in the most ugly position you possibly could, and pull slow. And it's probably a weight that's half of what you're pulling off the floor. No more than a warm-up of 2 1/4. Uglies. Same as that ugly hyperextension. Ugly deadlift. Getting that worst position just makes you stronger. So what have we done? We've taken a picture, we've broken it into a puzzle, we've looked at each piece. We work on each piece and then put it back into the puzzle and try to use it in a functional manner. As soon as we notice we have a problem on lockouts, plan on doing more. Partial squat, just that top part, boom. Partial deadlift, boom. And strengthen the low back. A chain is only as strong as its weakest link. You know, his hip set may be a touch high, but he never gave it up. He simply, the bar came off the floor, hips were pegged in position, and then he just kept shoving them forward. Nice technique. How will you get stronger in the future? Non-lockout squats, get deeper off the floor, more heavy partial, on the leg press, up the legs. Good. So guys, in theory, what he just did has no limitations. But obviously, that limit is going to show itself with a weakness and a breakdown in form. We just don't know where it is. But when we find it, we realize we're going to have to enhance everything. Upper back strength, lower back strength, quad power, hip power, glute power, breaking it all down, working on each piece, putting it back together. Now, I can, I will, I can, I will. Yep. What's your best? 700? 700? Best.
Pull.
Easy weight.
Come on. Walk it out. Nice, man.
Hips. Perfect.
Job, man.
50 in the tank.
Right, mate.
How much more deadlift are we doing before we're counterproductive? We want to move on into squat. One or two more? Have we all learned a little something about deadlift today? Of course, it's head up, shoulders back, hips down, drive with the legs. Keep the bar close to the shins. Increase your strength with hyperextensions, upper back work, non-lockout squats, call them sewing machines. And then just, what was the key for me that helped with the biggest deadlifts was thinking I was a machine. Going into a place where they're building buildings, building roads, moving heavy earth, and watch a machine work. It's hydraulic cylinders. Think of the springs on a boxcar on a train. They're fucking huge. If your body is built of springs, hydraulics, and you utilize and think you're a machine, whatever you perceive to be your reality is your reality. If you lift like a machine, you are a machine. Kilikowski from Poland is a fucking machine. Tom Stoltman is a machine. The guys who lift really heavy weights and make them look light are a machine. It's constant tension. About that? Yep. Head up.
Head up.
Till it burns, then a couple more. Get position. Anywhere from 3/4, 5/8. We do an exhibition in bench press. I go 573 for 2. He goes 578 for 1, thinking, yeah, Kazmaier's called for 600. Yeah, maybe I'll try 600 too, but I got a 578. That's a pretty good lift for a 242 pounder, weighing in a little heavy. I take 600, I'm pissed off. And I do it for 5 reps. This is at a time when only 6 men in history did 600 once. Nobody ever doubled it. So I had figured out how to bench press. And when we get downstairs, if you guys want to bench press and want to learn a little more, it's starting off with sort of a regular bench, thinking, coming down just below the pec and shoving up and ending up at the eyes. The Louis Simmons thing of straight arm, to me, is bench press. 1 rep, 2 reps. Mine is trick the weight, trick it again. Trick it on the way down, get it in a position where you don't even feel it. The hydraulic cylinder is compressing, the spring is compressing. You hear the press signal, done. I set a few world records and figured out the lift. So what makes me different than anybody else in history? Some people say I'm crazy when I say I lifted more than everybody else, but my amount of volume was really high. I did a shit ton of work. My recovery was pretty fast. I took a shit ton of supplements. And I had a will that was, well, forged in steel, iron, pitchforks, and bricks, mortar, and learned from my childhood. And that's what I took into the arena of powerlifting. And strongman was just a carryover where gosh, it's so simple. If you take first in an event, you go last in the next. And that's what I continually did. So that I could learn by critiquing and watching the other athletes make mistakes. I could learn how to do it right. So I'm the first guy to put the log on its end, take it across the thighs. Why? Because both Jerry Hanna and Don Reinhardt tore their hamstrings swinging the log up over their thighs. It seems so simple. So bench press, hard, fast. The wide grip, when you think wide, you know, the Olympic lift, when the guys are doing the deadlifts, I think they're lifting wide. But shit, they're used to doing snatch grip deadlifts and clean and jerks and really blasting that bar off the floor. But in a wide grip bench press, we think of just one finger wider, emphasizing staying high on the chest. One finger narrower, emphasizing keeping the elbows fairly tucked. I never really locked out, meaning when a piston in an engine, unless it has a stroke, it only comes so far, and it fires the fuel, spark, air, comes back down and goes again. All this mechanism is kind of complete on that rotation at about 3/4, 7/8. So I felt this, okay, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. This and this is tick tock, tick. If you have your experience of the set, take your voyage and do it in the shortest period of time that you can, you have stimulated more tissue, torn more tissue down, done more work in that shorter period of time, sent more messages through the motor pathway, recruited fiber, and kicked your own ass for a better pump and a much more vigorous workout, taking weights that are heavy and playing with them. If you lift slow, you are slow. If you take time at the top, you've wasted time. Our position, the most powerful one, you see in a lot of machines, is the arms at a 90-degree angle, meaning the bars on the chest, meaning it's not wider, or else you'll be using all back. It's not narrower, meaning you use all tricep. So if it's at 90 degrees, it's like a perfect pump. Element. That's regular, we're going to let the elbows flare a little bit. Anybody want to step up and start spotting anybody just to help with the lift off? We'll do that.